you grew up in a family that looked perfect on the outside, with a great house, a polished public persona, and a reputation for being really successful, but felt very cold, lonely, and emotionally empty on the inside, you were likely living in a dynamic of image over intimacy. In a narcissistic family system, the appearance of being flawless is prioritized above all else, while genuine emotional connection is actively discouraged. In this video, we will cover first the core patterns of image over intimacy, the psychological mechanism behind that, and the impact on a child's emotional development, and 3 actionable steps. The image over intimacy pattern is a family dynamic where the primary goal is not to foster emotional closeness but to maintain a public narrative of perfection. From a sociological standpoint, the family unit becomes a performance, and the children are the key actors in the show, designed to impress the outside world. So there are a couple of dynamics here. One is public versus private self. In these families, there is a confusing difference between how the family act in public and how they behave behind closed doors. For example, a narcissistic parent might be a kind and charming host at a dinner party, but emotionally neglectful or critical of their child. The public self is carefully curated to project success, happiness, and normalcy. The private self is where the emotional truth of the family, be it the chaos or criticism, all those things are hidden. Second, the suppression of emotional reality. The pattern requires a child to suppress their authentic emotional experiences. You learn that it is not safe to talk about a family's problem or your own feelings because it could disrupt the perfect image. The family's motto becomes "Don't air out dirty laundry." This creates a culture of secrets and emotional depression. What's the psychological dynamic behind that? This dynamic is a direct result of a narcissistic parent's need for external validation. The family becomes a tool to serve the parent's need for an image of perfection. And the narcissistic parent acts as the stage director, carefully controlling the narrative and public perception. They will take the credit for their children's achievement and frame them as a direct result of their amazing parenting. Any family conflict or imperfection is seen as a personal sort of flaw or risk of the parent. So it is either minimized, denied, or blamed on the child. This constant performance and narrative control profoundly chip away the genuine emotional expression. From a sociological perspective, the parent's relentless focus on the image is a strategy to secure a steady stream of narcissistic supply. Public admiration, praise, and envy from others are a powerful source of validation for a narcissistic person. The family's perfection becomes a sort of a testament to parents' superiority, and the children are the living showcase of their success. What is the impact on a child's emotional development? The image over intimacy pattern teaches the child that their inner world, their thoughts, feelings, and needs is less important than how they are perceived by others. And this can have a profound and lasting impact on the emotional development. The first impact is a lack of emotional authenticity. When you are forced to perform a role to maintain that family image, you never learn what it means to be your authentic self. The child learns to wear a mask to survive, and this can lead to a lifetime of struggling with emotional authenticity. They may struggle to be vulnerable and open in their adult relationship because they were never taught that their true self was safe. The second impact is profound loneliness. This dynamic creates a deep emotional loneliness. The child may be surrounded by family members, but they are emotionally isolated. They learn that or they cannot reach out to their parent for emotional support or comfort. As an adult, this can undermine a person's ability to trust others with their vulnerability, leading to a feeling of being alone even when in a crowded room. The third impact is underdeveloped identity formation. The constant suppression of their authentic self in favor of a public persona can profoundly diminish a child's ability to form a strong, stable identity. They may not know what they truly believe, what they feel, what they want, because those parts of them were sacrificed for the sake of family image. Understanding this dynamic is a very significant step towards reclaiming your authentic self. So here are 3 simple steps that you can take. First one, observe the discrepancy. Maybe for a week or so, simply observe the difference between how your family act in public and how they act in private. Don't try to challenge or change anything, but just notice it. And this itself is a powerful act of validating your own reality. Second is get yourself that emotional permission. When you feel a strong emotion, practice saying to yourself that it's okay to feel this. This simple phrase counters the lifetime of conditioning that taught you to suppress your feeling for the sake of appearances. Third, find an intimate moment. Find a person in your life or a friend or a partner where you can share genuine feelings without a fear of judgment. And this small act of vulnerability is a direct path to connecting with your authentic self and healing the wound of image over intimacy. To summarize, the image over intimacy is a pattern that is deeply damaging dynamic where a narcissistic family prioritizes public perception over the genuine emotional connection. It is a system that teaches a child to suppress their authentic self, which would lead to a profound loneliness and a struggle with vulnerability in the adulthood. And recognizing this pattern is a significant step towards reclaiming your authentic self and giving yourself the permission to live your emotional truth. So in this video, we looked at the core pattern of image over intimacy. And we also looked at the psychological mechanism behind that pattern, looked at the impact on a child's emotional development, and we also discussed 3 actionable steps that you can take towards healing. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments, and I invite you to subscribe to this channel and stay with us in the journey of understanding and healing from narcissistic abuse. If you're looking for any additional resources for your healing journey, be it a long-form content or a newsletter or healing program, I've given them in the description below. And that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.